Well, hello there, guys. Welcome to the continuation of our Hearts of Iron 4 Let's Play, guys. It's a hell of a war, and it looks like our friends in the French commune may or may not be very close to capitulation. The United Kingdom has undoubtedly wanted to take Africa back for themselves, and they've succeeded. So right now we have very few things. Now, many people suggested we add mountain troops to our divisions over here, and which is exactly what we have done. We started adding mountain troops, and we're of course still cutting through the country with these divisions, kind of on a just hectic war path. Also, if we look at the western front, we were pushing pretty well towards Brussels, but that seems to have broken down. So I'm going to take everybody we have to try and hit that position, because I know that's the weak spot for the enemy. If we can break through here, well, maybe, just maybe, we can actually beat the British here in Belgium, because they're the only troops around. Most of the Belgian troops have been killed, as far as I can see. But our main concern and our main point of frustration and point of contention is, of course, damn Turkey. Why did the French have to take it? That's what I want to know. Why did you guys have to do it? It's just madness. Alright, so there we go. We are in. And at this point, I think the best solution, or the best thing to do, is actually to roll up the line. So I'm going to move this way. If that doesn't work, it might not. I'm going to go push up this way. Forget it. We'll go straight for Brussels. Not that way, you fools. Pause. This way. No, we'll go here first. Foolish people. Alright, here we go. We send our man through. Already the enemy's trying to exploit this gap. The one good thing is that the French are holding the line, so if they get out of this war, we're going to lose. It's pretty simple. It's just a matter of time as to how fast it will take, how long it will take. And actually, it looks like the Dutch troops are pushing through here, despite the fact that Konev, look at all of the amazing bonuses he has as a general. And it looks like, yes, we might actually beat them. Beautiful. Now let's take these troops, shoot straight towards Brussels. It's a Brussels Blitz, that's what it is. Now, it looks like the West Germans, of course, they've got Hamburg back. They still have a few cities here that they've taken back, but really the main reason, the main issue is obviously the fact that the Greeks are really causing a lot of trouble here for our friends. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to reform the line here. We'll go ahead and get our guys out of this pocket, get them back into proper formation, but I want to keep attacking. I hate the fact that the Greeks have gotten this far, and actually, like many people have suggested, I might bring our troops back from the east and basically just say sorry to the Chinese. I think it's more important to save our French allies than it is to save our Chinese allies, although we're doing really good here at the same time, or we were up to a point. Let's try to cut through again here. Just too easy. This is one of the reasons why we refuse to leave this area. So I'm just gonna try to cut through to at least open up a salient here for a men to move through. And at that point, I'm going to do exactly what was suggested and get the hell out of here. We're already getting stuck in places, so we're going to have to sacrifice some of these troops just to cut through the enemy territory here, take some of their land, and cause some issues for them as well. We've got a lot of units here that need to escape the corridor. Let's go ahead and do the same with the enemy units. If they haven't escaped, we're going to ruin their day too. The rest of our troops are on the line with the British Raj, and I'm not going to move them. I think that's a perfect location for them. I might even attempt an attack here on this area, hoping that with the support of some men, we're going to be able to actually move them off, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's a fool's errand. It won't occur. Brussels, forget the rest. I think if we take Brussels, they will immediately make our capital Antwerp. That's just what I'm guessing. We've got to keep watching that group. It is a really violent one. area. got Brasov under our control, so part of the provisional government of Romania is with us. Just gotta keep up the fight. Let's go ahead and shoot here. See, the fight wanes down very quickly against the Greeks. We have gotten those mountain troops, so I'm sure we're doing better in certain instances, but overall, it's not easy. It's a tough fight. Let's see, are we still building divisions? We are. It's taking a while to get these divisions built, though. We're still trying to stage a coup. High reinforcement priority. And we've already got high reinforcement priority on reinforcements. High upgrade priority. Let's go for that as well. Are the French managing to pull back and actually save their cities? I don't know. I don't think so. Paris is right there, and it looks like the enemy is going to break through any second now. We're going to try to cut through here and save Paris, but really up to the French at this point. We can't do much else. There we go, the French communists capitulated. Oh, these are dark times, guys. You have no idea. This is probably the beginning of the end. And we're going to have to go ahead and reform these lines. Hopefully we don't get caught. So let's see if we can reform right there. I hope we can escape just in time. Okay, guys, so not only has the French commune capitulated, we have an entire army trapped behind enemy lines. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to have to cut through, to break through, and I hope we can. Doing our best here, but as you can see, the enemy is trampling over this area quite quickly. This could be the fall of the great Soviet Empire. We're going to have to see, guys, but it definitely looks like the army led by Ivan Konev is going to be trapped here in Luxembourg, and we'll do what we can to fight our way out, but it is not looking good, I'll be honest with you guys. At this point, it would almost be in our best interest to surrender. Without the French commune, we could see that the British probably own all of Africa. It looks like some of the French commune continues to fight, but not enough, of course. They've only got North Africa. I don't even know if they're continuing the fight. I think since they've capitulated, they step out of the war, of course. But they are sending expeditionary forces, 27 divisions. They really want us to win, but it's becoming more and more unlikely every day. Am I right? So let's go ahead, we're going to take Army 2 here, and we're going to have to move these guys back. It's quite simple. We've got to get them over there on the border of West Germany and make that a focus. Glorious. What a blow to our war effort, guys. Losing the French is huge, and we're going to lose this whole army as well in Luxembourg. There's no way we can break them out. I'm going to try one more move, and that's going to be up here. But I don't think it'll work. Truly out of supply. It does look like some divisions of the French commune are still fighting with us, but without an escape route, that's it, my friends. At least for this front, that's it. I don't know about the rest. Unbelievable. Well, that makes the war that much more interesting. Am I right, guys? We're going to have to see what we can do here. I've actually taken some of our troops to try and cut through the Turkish lines, see if we can't cause a few problems, and help our French friends. But now, of course, the Turkish lines, who are owned by the Greeks right now, they are doing just fine. So this is quite scary stuff. And we've been trying to stage a coup, but it didn't work out. Staging a coup in this country would be absolutely awesome, getting the Hellenic Republic to join the great Soviet Union. But I'm not sure how this is going to change our overall worldview. As you can see, the Allies are liberating the West, more or less, and we've got to see if we can still hold them off. It's funny that the French commune still holds this area here in Luxembourg. I guess we're just going to have to form a pocket. We're not going to break out, so at the very least, let's go ahead and make the enemy have to fight for every bit of territory. Let's select all. Let's go go for it, boys. Defend to the last man. If we will die bravely. Go ahead and hit them here. If we can't escape, we can at least attack. For sure, this looks like a really hard exit here, to say the least. We just don't have the supplies to beat the enemy right now. I mean, our men are out of supply completely. So we're fighting with bayonets at this point. And even over here, we're getting surrounded from behind by the Greeks. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can stop that immediately. That's not something we want to deal with. And in fact, we're going to take some of our troops here and cut through Romania that the Greeks now have under control and see if we can't cut off some of these Greek divisions. There we go. At least we're winning the fight against the Hellenic Republic. We cannot let these Greeks walk all over us. It's embarrassing. As soon as the Romanian troops and the modern tanks get to the fight, suddenly they're not so keen on fighting. Pretty cool, guys. Well, I mean, it definitely changes the world significantly. But like I said, now that we're moving these forces away, we might even take this army right here by Zhukov. And take him and move him to the west front as well. Because as you can see, the UK now is right there in Italy. Really scary stuff. So let's go ahead and do this. And hope that Zhukov can get here very quickly. Actually, most of Zhukov's troops are very inexperienced, and that's going to do a minus 25% modifier. These are mostly conscripts. So now the question is, do I just release Czechoslovakia and try to make it a sort of buffer state? It's still going to be involved in the war, but maybe it'll take the enemy a little bit longer to break through our lines? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. In the meantime, I'm wondering if I should drop some nukes. I won't lie, I am annoyed. But I don't know if that's the right course of action. Or if we even have air superiority. Yeah, we don't have air superiority right now. We'd have to bring it over a tactical bomber. So let's actually do that. We've got a strategic bomber. I think it needs to be a attack bomber, but we'll send him over and see if this works. Attack bomber right there. We should have air superiority on them. So let's go here to the base in Crimea. And I'm thinking if they're in Crimea, we should be close enough to drop something on them. Maybe not. Yeah, so we need that air superiority, which is going to require us to get a lot more men. The Austrians are also fighting on, which is pretty cool. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you guys decide what to do next. It's looking like a tough situation. It's looking like a defeat, 100%, of the Comintern. We've come this far, but in 1955, perhaps the fall is inevitable. These red stars indicate enemy capitals, and we really do want to see if we can get somebody on our side, anyone to join us. The more, the merrier, obviously. Those Koreans still haven't had their coup, despite the fact that we are doing so much to get support in that country. And we're going to have to leave the fight to the Chinese People's Republic under Mao. And I wish him the best. I could also give him the control of certain states. If I had any states over here, I actually would. But I don't believe we do. North Sakhalin, maybe? Alright, guys. We'll end here. Glory to the Soviets. And let's hope that this goes well.